view on the world, eh? Geoff here with us.
Hey, Paul, I am indeed. Hi to you, hi to everyone, and hope everyone's in a merry, merry mood despite the Omicron thing going on. I guess you can't ignore that, but Christmas is here, so let's put a smile on our face, eh?
Mate, I'm going to ask you a bit of a somber question, mate. How far are you away from Devonport?
Yeah, about 250 k's.
It's still a long way. Mate, are you wearing yellow
It's
for
a long
Australia
way,
today?
but beg pardon?
Are you wearing yellow for Australia today?
No, it's a yellow. I thought it was more like baby poo, but depends on what the babies had to eat, I guess. At the end of the day, look, Devonport is horrible, and the whole state is in shock pretty much. And yeah, where that goes from there, there's either a regulatory problem or there's a compliance problem. Either way, it's not going to be a good outcome.
Oh, mate, I think we've already dealt with the worst outcome we can come from that, mate. Sounds terrible. But as you said, mate, Christmas is coming. I think we are going to have a Christmas. It's going to be a good Christmas. Technically, Julian's just said trading over Christmas, New Year's ago. Now, I've just been saying everybody don't do that because I let them have a break. But really, if the money's there, you take the money. And before we come to you, I'm just going to have pop the link in for the Christmas special on Wednesday night. We're doing a special Trading Experts on Wednesday night, 6:30 to 7:30. That's our last show of the year of any show. We are closing up straight after that. Literally, we will do Trading Experts Christmas show. We're giving a little bit away here and there, a few specials for you guys. Join us on Wednesday night. It should be a great show. And register now. Make sure you do turn up. And it will be the last thing we do for the year. Mate, we'll leave Christmas. Let's talk about technical setups. Julian's saying there's opportunities ahead. What do you see technically setting up for us as we go into this week?
Yeah, look, I'm quite buoyant myself, and normally I would definitely have a break over Christmas, but I see things coming into really nice positions to trade from my technical perspective. This is one of them, and I think we're kind of in, and have been in, maybe that's about to change. We have been in a bit of a Mr. Miyagi market, as I call it, risk on, risk off, and that seems to be the case day in, day out, as I try to get not so much breakouts, but flow-throughs. Flow-throughs just don't appear at the moment. But the good part about that is it gives us the opportunity to trade false breaks, which is one of my favorite things to do. Now, this week, we have a bunch of game changer bars, 2, 4, 6, 8, about 9 of them. So I won't go through them all in depth, but I will very, very briefly go through why I'm in a good position if we do get the setups that I'm looking for. This one's Swissie yen, of course, both risk-off currencies. And I'm looking for a bounce last week's weekly pivot, a lower high in here, trade it to the bottom of the range. That simple. There's really nothing complicated about that. Euro Swissie is a little bit different, and you'll notice that the risk-off currencies are very much in play here this week. Very, very difficult to trade this one, so I'm not going to stay on it, but coming to the bottom of the range, you're looking for a bounce, maybe a higher low, but not that interested, to be honest. Euro yen, similar scenario, of course, a little bit better because, in my humble opinion, that's the weekly chart. And of course, it is a game changer bar with a new high and closing on its low. Terrible place to get into the market if you want to trade that bar, however. There may well be an opportunity to get a lower high here again. And I think that's what I'd be looking for. Already I'm seeing this break and retest of what you would call a neckline. So I've really got a double top sitting here. It's broken that neckline, it's retested that neckline, and last week's bar looks to be on its way south. Certainly not the worst trade to take, but you've, in my humble opinion, got to get something in the bank before these lows in case it just goes the other way. But that's a good one. Euro yen, euro dollar, tough one, but it is again a game changer bar where did we bounce off the monthly pivot? I don't know that we didn't quite make it, I don't think, but you can see it's in range and tough to go short here, really tough to go short. I don't really want to trade it until it gets to the bottom and gives us a false break, or B, the top and gives us a false break, break and go. Either way, I think that's a one that you've got to wait on. The weight of expectation, of course, is the US dollar is going to continue to rally. Again, another neckline break here. I like this one because it's got 1, 2, 3 false breakouts in a row. False breakouts are probably that level there. So false break, false break, false break, 3 little Indians in my book. And we have broken the neckline barely, I've got to say, and get in right here. But this bar here looks interesting to me on the weekly chart. I think there's worse trades to take than getting in under here. Again, you would have to take profit before you hit this low. But I think that's got possibilities. Pound yen short looks good to me. This is not similar. Again, you've got a big double top here. If I go a little bit wider on the monthly chart, you can see the bounce off that monthly trend line to the short side. Didn't quite make it, I guess. And not the best place on a monthly chart to be trading, but it does look like it has broken that neckline again, similar to what I put it out on, I think it was Euro Swissy maybe. And that retest is very, very clear. Bounced off this level again and looks to be headed south. A little bit tough the tail for last week's bar. Doesn't really give me a full batch of confidence trading that short just yet. But I think, again, looking for that lower high may pay dividend. Kiwi yen's probably one of the best setups. And the reason I say that, again, you've got 3 false breaks to the high side. You've come underneath the resistance trend line. You've retested the resistance trend line. And look, these charts are very, very similar. And rejection bar, again, off that resistance trend line suggests to me that that's a false breakout and probably an entry underneath that bar. Or if you want to trade the weekly bar, you could trade underneath it, risk above it. And again, you've got to take profit before these lows. So the risk to reward is not great on the first part of these trades, but if they do get going, then the rewards will come. And I think that's probably the way to trade that I'll be looking for anyway. Same chart really at the end of the day. Kiwi US dollar already broken through the break and retest of the neckline again. Probably missed the boat here. And I'm not sure what we'll have to do to get back into that, frankly. We'd probably have to see another false break of resistance on a smaller time frame. But again, we have that game changer bar sitting there. Also interested in pound Aussie, weekly chart showing a clear false break to the downside, or false break of the upside, if you like, and potentially going into, pardon me, reversal. I don't know that that's the case. It's not the strongest one for me, but it does have a lot of fresh air before the support level that you would need to take profit at. So I think I'd be interested in trading the weekly bar, providing we've got no big gaps in the morning. Underneath here, stop loss above, take some profit here. That's a decent risk to reward. And finally, Euro Kiwi on the weekly chart, not a game change bar, but clear bounce again off the weekly trend line. What's the monthly telling me there? Same. I think that's got possibilities, but you're going to have to wait on that. This is just a guess at the moment. And I'd be looking for a definite lower high in here before I look to trade it. It's also showing me the possibility that it wants to break here. So, and that's why we've seen a spinning top sitting there. The market's just not quite sure either. I'd need to see a directional bias here, and that bias at the moment to me favors a lower high. And if I see that lower high, I would look to trade it short. So there you go. I think there are some possibilities coming up. There's some great ranges forming or have formed, and there's some great potential reversals and follow-throughs upcoming, I believe. The charts look very, very interesting to me on those risk-off pairs.
Cheers,
so there you go, mate. That's my 2 cents worth.
Cheers, mate. Thanks. They're always worth more than 2 cents, mate. It's amazing to me that, what was it? I don't know, Geoff. I think 8 or 9 years ago, you and I decided that we were going to do some free content every week. That we were going to do at that stage. It probably wasn't even a webinar, I don't think. We're just going to do a free thing for people to watch on trading. And here we are, still older, grayer, but still doing it, mate. I really appreciate your support during the year. And look for...
My pleasure, mate.
For those that are with us, I do want to remind you that the Wish AMA, our charity partner, the Wish Coin, their AMA starts in 30 minutes exactly, and it's their Christmas AMA, and they'll be having a number of their charities come into the AMA, talk about what they do with a donation of $50, and then asking people in the room if they'd like to donate any money to those causes, be it a few dollars, and see if we can pull it up to $50 or more for a charity. There will be people in there are talking to us about feeding the starving. There'll be people in there talking about providing medicine for the dying. And if you can join us for the Wish AMA, I'll get Mai to share that link as well now, if that's okay, Mai. There we go. That is in half an hour's time from now. And obviously, the more, you don't have to donate any money, but if you want to come along, we'll try and make it as light and fun as we can, considering that we're dealing with charities who are facing some pretty ordinary times. So the Wish AMA is in 30 minutes. The Accidents to Wealth Christmas party is on Wednesday night. Mate, will we see you at either?
I'll be there. I'll be at the Christmas party, mate. Absolutely. And I'll have my Christmas shirt on.
Looking forward to it, mate. I've got my my Wish Christmas hat here.
Awesome. Holy dooly. It's like a pair of pants. It's a big one. Very good.
Mate, I really do want to wish you and for everyone who's helped us with the Sunday market analysis for the year, a wonderful Christmas and New Year. I do hope wherever you are in the world, for yourself and everyone else, that there's a really joyous Christmas and some real freedoms to still enjoy in the new year. I do hope that everyone gets a chance to take advantage of it. I would say for me right now, stay healthy, because it does seem to me that COVID is making a bit of a new run at a few things. If you're not in a nice, safe place like Tasmania or Wellington, then I think you need to take real caution at the moment. I think obviously there'll be some fatigue about this, which has been going on for a long time, but hold your breath, might be over in a couple of months with a bit of luck. Mate, once again, thank you very much. We'll see you in the Accidents to Wealth Christmas party at 6:30 on Wednesday night. Cheers, Paul. And to the rest of you, maybe we'll see a few of you in the Wish AMA in about 30 minutes from now. In the meantime, guys, trading over Christmas, look, there may be great opportunities, but do remember, volume is down, and it means that markets can be a little bit choppy. So take your time, make good decisions, and stay calm. And if you do that, it'll all work out at the end of the day. Have a very Merry Christmas, and may 2022 bring you all kinds of joy, happiness, and wealth. Cheers, everyone. See you.